What's good, y'all? It's Redferrin, and you're watching ACM Garage Talk, presented by Lucas Oil. I've got my 2022 Kawasaki 450 behind me. I had it in so many music videos. It was on a couple covers of mine. That was my identity up until this point, was just dirt bikes. So being able to incorporate that into my first music video was really special. So early on, my dad and my uncle always had dirt bikes. One birthday, my mom told my dad I couldn't have a dirt bike. He said, I already got it on Craigslist. That was my first taste, was just riding around the yard. And about a year later, I started racing. And then from 7 to 25, that's all I ever did was try to race dirt bikes. I was racing in the Georgia Dome, I believe it was 2017. During qualifying, I crashed over a triple and I knocked myself out and broke my arm. And that was the only way I was making money, was racing. I didn't want to sell my bikes because I've had one since I was 6 years old. I never didn't have one, no matter how hard times were. So to have to take that risk and strip my whole identity away and sell my bikes and move down here, it was a hard time, but you know, I think it definitely got me ready for the next climb, you know, trying to take on music, because it's very similar to motocross. There's only one person #1 every week. Tyler Hubbard moved to Nashville, obviously, you know, when FGL took off. One of my buddies was washing his four-wheeler at the car wash. Tyler pulled up and gave him his address and phone number on a Post-it note. Said, bring some friends to ride, I just built a track. I showed up and we got to talking, you know, after a couple hours, and I learned he was in the band. About 6 months into our friendship, he said, come ride with me, man. I was like, I can't, I'm going to the studio today. And he's like, send it to me when you're done, I want to hear it. And I guess him and Brian heard something they liked and both got excited about it. They made me an offer to come right there. We had this big pile of songs, and they're like, man, some of these kind of just sound like Redferrin songs. They just kind of nudged me and was like, we'll help you get a record deal if you want to do it. It was the craziest thing, like I said. I mean, it was so many little stars aligning. I don't know why. He gave my friend his number. I don't know how I ended up there. It was just such a stretch of fate. We put old number 7 out in February. I think it opened the door for me to keep expressing myself and not worry so much about what people want to hear, and just tell them true stories and hope they can connect to them or see me for who I am through them, you know. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you taking some time and getting to know me a little bit. This was my episode of ACM Garage Talk, presented by Lucas Oil.